Let's start with the traps. Overanalysis. It's like catching a butterfly, pinning it to a table, then cutting it apart to understand beauty. Congratulations, you've got knowledge. But the butterfly's dead. You didn't study flight. You killed it to examine it. Same with life. The more you dissect the moment, the less you can live it. And your brain, clever little bastard that it is, it'll pretend it's progress. Spiritual greed. That's running up a mountain with a backpack full of other people's wisdom. Sprinting to the next peak without breathing in the view from the one you just climbed. It's chasing more like a junkie chasing the next hit. Except the drug is enlightenment. And the irony is, the faster you run, the further you get from it. Self-measurement addiction. It's the kid in the back seat screaming, "Are we there yet?" every 30 seconds. But here's the kicker. In the real journey, you're already there before you left. The there that you're measuring against made up coordinates in your head. And every time you check, you're saying, "I don't trust him on the path." Fear of falling back. It's trying to keep yesterday's breath in your lungs because it felt good. That's stale air. In biology, stale air is suffocation. In spirit, it's stagnation. Now let's reframe the hell out of them. Overanalysis to curiosity without strangulation. Instead of cutting the butterfly open, notice how its wings catch the light. Curiosity is good. Vivisection is not. Think of analysis like seasoning. Sprinkle it. Don't dump the whole shaker in. Spiritual greed into depth over height. Instead of running from peak to peak, plant a garden in the valley. Watch how many peaks you can see from stillness. Science calls this neuroplastic consolidation. Learning cements when you pause to integrate, not when you cram more in. Self-measurement to trust in the process. You already have a GPS in your nervous system. Every time you check the map, you're telling your subconscious, "I don't believe you." Trust creates phase coherence in the brain, meaning your thoughts stop scrambling like static and start harmonizing like music. Fear of falling back to the breath cycle. You'll exhale. You'll inhale again. No one calls the exhale a setback. Every spiritual ebb is a tidal preparation for the next surge. Overanalysis is just wanting to understand. Wanting to understand is just wanting to connect with truth. If truth is connection, then the fastest path isn't more analysis, it's more presence. Instead of stop overanalyzing, just notice one detail right now without naming it. Let it be pure sensory data. If you keep checking, "Am I there yet?" every 5 seconds, you're training your brain to believe that you're never there. If you stop checking, you'll start arriving all the time. So how do you already do this unconsciously? You don't constantly measure whether your heartbeat is good enough. You trust it. That's self-measurement detachment. You don't fear falling back. When you go to sleep at night, you just trust you'll wake up. That's release of control. You don't overanalyze how your legs walk every step. That's embodied trust in unconscious competence. So how can you do it in new ways? Stop mid-thought, mid-task, mid-spiritual practice, and drop the inner measuring stick. Pretend you already won. Watch how it shifts your body tension. Interrupt yourself with a nonsense question. If I were already enlightened, how would I tie my shoe? Your brain will glitch, then reboot with a fresh script. Why does this work? Every time you disrupt a stuck thought pattern, you create a prediction error in your brain's default mode network. This opens a plasticity window where new neural connections can form. In NLP terms, it's a pattern interrupt. In hypnosis, it's a trance doorway. If you don't do this, keep dissecting the butterfly. You live surrounded by corpses of beautiful moments that you never inhabited. Chase peaks, and you'll spend your life exhausted, missing the banquet in the valley. Keep checking your progress. You'll train your subconscious. The progress never arrives. Grip yesterday's high, and you'll choke on stale joy. You're not here to be a good little seeker, measuring your worth with an inner clipboard. You're here to ride the goddamn wave, wipeouts included. The ocean doesn't care if you fall back. It's still carrying you. And if you think you'll outrun the tide by paddling harder, you're missing the point. The tide is you. Your mind's traps, they're just miscalibrated survival instincts. The same way a smoke alarm sometimes screams when you're just making toast. The trick isn't to rip the alarm off the wall. It's to retune it so it knows the difference between fire and breakfast. So from here forward, measure less, trust more, breathe deeper, and let the butterfly fly. You'll notice you've arrived more often, not because the path got shorter, but because you stopped walking past your own front door.